Alright, what's going on, y'all? We are back with another video. In today's video, I really want to talk about and dive into the Miami Heat. In case you guys didn't know, Miami Heat are the first team to get eliminated in the playoffs. They just got swept by the Milwaukee Bucks. And I'm going to do a series to talk about, whenever each team get eliminated in the postseason, I'm going to talk about that team. So, I want to talk about, for Miami, what went wrong with them, what's next for them, and the future outlook of Miami Heat. So, let's get started. Let's just get straight to the point. Milwaukee Bucks was simply the better team than Miami. Miami got worse from the team definitely got worse from last season. Miami got a lot better. Love the personnel of the Milwaukee Bucks. Love the changes and the additions they made to their team this season. Adding Drew Holidays, the Brandon Forbes, PJ Tuckers, the Bobby Porters. Really like the structure of that Milwaukee team. And you gotta give a lot of credit to Milwaukee defensive scheme, Mike Budenholzer, and the adjustments they made also on the offensive end. They did a great job limiting and making Jimmy Butler had a very poor series. He averaged less than 15 points, shot poorly from the field, and he was not effective this series at all. A lot of that, like I said, had to do with Mike Budenholzer, Giannis, Drew Holiday, and Brook Lopez clogging up the paint against Jimmy Butler. Now let's talk about Bam Adebayo, the other co-star of Miami right now. He was very underwhelming in this series as well. Brook Lopez did not respect him for mid-range, and was honestly surprised me because throughout the regular season he was very good for mid-range area. But now in this series, Brook Lopez sagged off them, really clogged up the lanes against Jimmy Butler, and Bam was not hitting his mid-range jumpers. His last game he did have 2014, but quite honestly it wasn't enough as they still got blown out in game 4, so that really didn't matter. So love the way Milwaukee played the series. They played with extra chip in their shoulder. They didn't play no games. They showed that they simply the better team. Now let's talk about the other player that a lot of people criticizing, Tyler Hero. In case you guys didn't know, after the last year in the bubble, his value was sky high. ESPN had a ranking in the top 50. I didn't at the time believe that he should have been top 50, which is no fault of him. And quite honestly, that's quite disrespectful to against him. Not and it's not fair to him. And he did not have a good sophomore season. He hit a sophomore wall, hit a sophomore slump, and he was even worse in the playoffs. He was absolutely horrible in his playoffs. So I think a lot of people need to hold back and hold back on their expectations of Tyler Hero. I know a lot of people are going to talk about the James Harden situation. He wasn't the only piece for James Harden, but Miami's going to be one of the biggest what ifs. With the James Harden situation, especially with the case that Jimmy Butler is 31 going 32, not much time left for him. Honestly, getting James Harden, looking back at it now, to maximize Jimmy Butler, pair him with Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler, man, it's definitely going to be one of the biggest what ifs. But that's not all about Miami Heat. This team has a lot of flaws, and quite honestly, this team is in a very, very, I don't want to say interesting position, but they are honestly quite stuck. So they lost a Crowder, which was huge. He was very good for them last year, bringing them toughness, floor spacing, which quite honestly, the force spot they did not have this season nor this series. Let's talk about Duncan Robinson, Gordon Dragic, not really being good last year. Last year they were very, very good floor spacers for them, very good spacing, very good scores for Miami last postseason. And quite honestly, they was not as good this season nor this series. Let's talk about the loss of Kelly Olynyk. Looking back at it now, during the trade deadline, Kelly Olynyk was a bigger loss than people expected, as he was that stretch four, really provided them scoring at times during last postseason, that forward spot, and big man spot. And the loss of Victor Oladipo, him getting hurt again with another major quad injury, it sucks for him, man. It really sucks for him. I don't expect him to be back with Miami this offseason. And they quite honestly missed Victor Oladipo because they was expecting him to be that other shot creator besides Jimmy Butler. And quite honestly, this diving more into Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is a very good player, but I don't think he's among the best shot creators. That's not his strongest suit. His strongest suit is being, that gritty, tough nose player on the defensive side of the floor while being tough with them offense as well. Um, but Jimmy Butler being your lone shot creator was not good for Miami as he struggled mightily this series. And Jimmy Butler should not be your lead shot creator if you want me to be honest. Now let's talk about what else. The fact that they offseason plans is looking kind of like bleak right now due to the fact that they save cap space for Giannis and not Giannis is resigned. The Supermax with Milwaukee, he's one of their top targets. Now looking at this upcoming free agency class, it's not nearly as strong as many expected. The only one, in my opinion, that can really say or drastically improve this Miami team and make them contenders like the last season is Kawhi Leonard, and we don't know how that situation will play out. It depends how the Clippers do in their first round, in their own first round series against Dallas. But they got the free agency guys I'm looking at right now. They got guys such as Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan. But yeah, those guys are very good players, but they don't really move the needle for Miami, making them into contender status. We look at where Miami's at right now in the Eastern Conference. Are they the 4th, 5th best team in the East? We got Brooklyn, of course, Philly, Milwaukee. We got Atlanta rising up. We got Boston. If they can never get themselves together. So things right now not looking very good for them. I know a lot of people are going to call them bubble frauds, but you got to give my respect for that, what they did last season. Everybody was in the bubble last year. Yeah, not many people expect them to make a finals run. Yeah, they snuck up on a lot of teams last season. And I think that's honestly played a part in this season. Many teams were ready for Miami. And for example, this season, Milwaukee didn't take Miami lightly. They weren't surprised by Miami defensive scheme. They weren't surprised by Miami. So Miami got a lot of flaws, man. It's very interesting to see what's next for them, what the future of Miami look like because Jimmy Butler's getting older. Let's talk about some of their players. Well, I don't expect. Let's talk about some of their players. Now, there's only a few players that I actually expect to be on this roster. That I guarantee that's going to be on the roster next season. That's Jimmy Butler. That's Bam Adebayo. That's really it. If you look at this roster, Tyler Hero, yeah, he's on his rookie deal, but we don't know what they're going to do with Tyler Hero. I think he's going to be on their roster next season. Kendrick Nunn, I don't think he's going to be on their roster next season. Goran Dragic, I don't think he's going to be back on their roster next season. Looking at Iggy, I don't think Iggy's going to be back on their roster next season. So, Duncan Robinson is a free agent, and he's going to get the bag this summer because shooting is, it's a premier thing in this league now. And we're looking at a guy like Joe Harris who got $80 million a year. We're looking at David Bertans who got $80 million contract. So potentially they could be a potentially Duncan Robinson could be gone. Because he's gonna be a hot commodity this offseason. Because like I said, shooting is the premier thing in this league. So we don't know if he's gonna be back. Dwayne Dedman he looked pretty solid this postseason. I would have him as a backup big, but we don't know if he's gonna be back. So Miami got a lot of questions, and the future and the rest of Miami is unquestioned. It's unquestionable at this point. So things gonna be interesting. Like I said, I don't know where Miami go from here. I'm not trying to stress out this video, but I'm just really thinking about things right now. And last season, their best chance at a final run, obviously the Lakers were the better team in the finals. Let's talk about their last year. Matter of fact, yeah, let's talk about what they did in the bubble. So they beat any other team that wasn't, without Sabonis, swept that team. So first round series wasn't really easy first round series for them. Second round series, Milwaukee Bucks team that was honestly not as good as this Milwaukee Bucks team. They beat Miami. They beat Milwaukee. Had a very good scheme. In my opinion, Miami had better chemistry. They was more together. So they beat Milwaukee in 5. And they beat a Boston team that was very, very, that was talented. But they had question marks on their own. They beat I don't want to say inexperienced Boston team because they made 3 Eastern Conference Finals in 4 years. But they beat a Boston squad that wasn't particularly the strongest team in the East in a normal year. And then they went to 6 games against a very strong Lakers team. So Miami last year, give them their respect for what they did in the bubble. But like I said, this Miami team was not the same Miami team from last season. And I know I'm all over the place in this video, but this is the point of this video. This is really brainstorm, about what we're on Miami, the future of Miami, etc. But I'm looking at their roster. Where do they go from here? Because they got an open cap space, but they don't really. The free agent market not as strong as it was supposed to be. Like I said, they got a guy like DeMar DeRozan, Kyle Lowry. That's probably the biggest names on the market right now, unless it's some disgruntled star. During the offseason, could that potentially be Bradley Beal? We don't know. I'm not trying to speculate on that, but only realistic major free agent that can really make Miami contenders is Kawhi Leonard, like I said earlier in this video. But we don't know his situation. And in my opinion, I think he's gonna stay in California. So I don't know where Miami goes from here. The biggest right now, besides them having major cap space, this offseason don't look good now because they say that for Giannis, Kawhi, and more other free that was supposed to be tested free agency this offseason was not happening now, but it's internal improvement. And internal improvement is going to be the biggest thing for Miami. Bam has to improve. Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson. But we're looking at that. Is that enough for them to be contenders against the teams like Brooklyn, Brooklyn, Milwaukee, and Philly? This season was a perfect example of no, it's not enough. It's not enough. Because how much better can Tyler Hero, can he make that massive leap that many people expect him to? How much better can Bam get? Jimmy Butler is what Jimmy Butler is now. So I don't know. Miami's in a very weird spot, and I don't particularly. And it's part. I really do think a lot differently. In the future don't look as bright as I originally thought last season. With the way things played out this season, the way free agency played out, and that also includes the fact that many players on the team, it's not. I don't view them as high as I did last season. So I don't know. Miami's gonna be very interesting. Still a very hot destination. We're gonna see what Pat Riley does up. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about what went wrong with Miami this season. Do you guys think that they just simply wasn't good at last year? They played against a better team, much improved Milwaukee team. Do you guys think COVID protocol really messed them up this season, and the chemistry didn't really, match up to as it was last season? Let me know in the comment section. Or what do you guys think about Milwaukee? What's next for Milwaukee? Not Milwaukee. What's next for Miami? And let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think? What is the future of Miami? So yeah, let me know all that in the comment section. I'm very interested to hear you guys' opinion. I'm gonna wrap the video up there because I feel like I'm rambling too long. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. I'll catch you guys later on tonight, man. Peace out.